Listen, September 28th, I will be supporting 100 plus strong black men, and I would love for you to do the
I want to
same.
give a shout out to my friend Freddie, Silent Heroes on IG. He's having a big event in LA, 4720 Slauson, September 28th, 100 Black Men of Excellence. He's building the community through boxing.
Barbershop conversation, got. Thanks, Lincoln. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. Good night, King. And feel free, hit the subscribe button. September 28th, 4720 West Slauson Avenue. Y'all know what it is. Y'all see the advertisements. Y'all know what's going to be there. Beautiful Queens, macaroni and cheese, yams, greens, 2-bone, 1-bone, drumsticks, whatever you want, we got. Free haircuts, ticket giveaways. You know what I mean? Great fellowship. All right, let's delve right into this really, really quick. Not really, really quick, but Derek James goes off, man. Derek James goes off on Shawn and Kenny Porter. Not necessarily Shawn Porter, but Kenny Porter. he says if you want to be treated with respect, you need to come over here and let me train you. You can't get out of a punch, man. Your dad don't have no respect for you, man. And he also said that there's a pecking order. Don't forget, Shawn. Y'all know I'm greatly amused by this though, so you can hear it in my tone, right? He says, "Don't forget, Shawn. There's a pecking order. The trainer works for the fighter. The manager works for the fighter. If you don't want to be talked like that, come on over here to death row. If you don't want motherfuckers all up in your videos." Man, if you don't want motherfuckers all up in your videos, cursing you out on national TV, treating you like you a 6-year-old kid, when you pay his salary, when you pay your trainer's salary, your promoter, your trainer, your manager, your promoter, when you tired of it, what Earl Spence said, you got your dad all up in your pockets in my interview. Shawn, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all. Shawn not gonna get this till he retire. Shawn gonna look back and say, damn, I could have had more. Because you got to keep in mind, boxing fans don't like Shawn because of his father. And they think it's cool. They think it's just happy-go-dory, happy. That, I was having a conversation with Teddy. And he was telling me, the guy in my videos from earlier today, he said that he couldn't believe how, was it him? I forgot. I done had so many damn conversations. I done had so many conversations about this fight because people in my community followed my YouTube channel. And so if I go to the market, if I go to the store, you know, it's the same 100 people at the same time, at the same place, you know what I mean? And I forget who it was. So I don't want to say it was him, but it was somebody. I can't remember. And he says, can you believe what Kenny Porter did to his son on national TV? Kenny Porter got to keep in mind. Yes, it's better. Thank you. He says, you got to admit, you're not just talking to fathers on national TV. You're talking to mothers. You're talking to 17-year-old kids. You're talking to potential fighters you can possibly train. You're talking to people you can potentially promote. Because you got to keep in mind, he's only, when Kenny Porter is yelling at Shawn, he's only speaking to one type of person. The overzealous father. Ain't no mother gonna appreciate their child being yelled at on national TV. No mother. I don't know what Shawn's mother feels, but I'm not gonna speak for her. But if Dre saw me yelling at Lincoln on national TV, what? Are you kidding me? I would get reamed. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, not that I would do it, but I'm just saying, like, that is just, in my humble opinion, I don't know how they get down, and that's how they get down. Shawn calls him a mad scientist, and that's cool too. Well, the mad scientist just literally shattered his periodic table because he done lost his scientific mind. You know what I mean? And Humpty Dumpty can't put them atoms back together again. Anyways, man, I think that Kenny Porter is gonna get knocked out of boxing. And I got like 10 videos on Derrick James. Derrick James, I salute you. Derrick James, I want that post-fight interview. I want to call you Sunday, and I want that post-fight interview. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm getting updates on the fucking. I had a back to school night with Lincoln, so I completely missed what the hell was going on. I'm playing catch up, so I sent out people sending me texts during the open house, and they had the press conference, and I didn't want to be rude and watch the press conference at Lincoln's back to school night, so I completely missed everything. I'm in rewind right now, and I'll be down there tomorrow working and hustling and doing what I need to do, because I don't have a credential for this fight, but y'all know nothing stops the hustle. It's all muscle here. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, as I digress, Derrick James pretty much says what everyone's been saying. Earl Spence gonna knock him out of boxing. And then whose pockets Kenny Porter gonna try and dig his hands into? Shawn won't be $1 million fighter. His style is not conducive to trying to get a fight. Shawn's gonna go a year without fighting if he loses. A year. I'm telling you. Now, unless he want to go fight in Mississippi or Minnesota on FS1. But if he plan on fighting on Fox, and he only has a year contract with Fox, and Keith Thurman is silently, smoothly pushing his way back into boxing, trying to get him a commentating gig, and Shawn has no value, he's not a world champion. You know what I mean? He's not a likable figure because of his father. Don't you know? Don't you know Shawn's likability meter would be 10 times higher without his dad opening up his mouth? I'm just being real. I'm just being candidly honest with you. And everybody knows this. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, man. Shawn not going to get this till it's over. I mean, I don't know how well he and his brother's relationship is, but maybe they should talk. I'm just being honest. Shawn going to look back and say he squandered millions of dollars. Because it doesn't matter what his fighting style is. It's the character of the person. You understand what I'm saying? It's literally going to be over. He's going to be a journeyman. He's going to have to fight Jaron Ennis when he's coming downhill. You're not going to be able to fight Jaron Ennis coming uphill. You're going to get him coming downhill. 100% confident Jaron Ennis to get a big-time fight. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is. How is he going to get another belt? You know what I mean? And this is all business decisions. This is simply business decisions. This has nothing to do with Shawn and Kenny not being a great father and great son. This is all have to do with the business of boxing. How they conduct themselves as father and son, I'm not getting into because it worked for them. But in terms of the business in boxing and this my YouTube channel being a boxing commentary, shit, they fucked up big time, royally. Because I'll be honest, Shawn never, from the boxing staff, I don't know what they do in their private life. Shawn never stepped in the business capacity. Shawn never led the way. And he's going to have these conversations years on down the line. And he's going to regret it. He's going to wish these videos were put into practice. And I don't like telling men I told you so. I'm not that guy. I told you so. Ha 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 ha. That's not my swag. But at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. I would say 35% of that crowd Saturday night would be rooting for Shawn Porter if he had remained the same person he was after the Keith Thurman fight. Because as you grow in boxing, the microscope gets bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And Kenny Porter's character rubs people the wrong way, and that's just the reality of it. Derrick James was a very calm person, very respectful individual, similar to me. You know, I'm very strong-headed. I would say Derrick is way more calm than I am. You understand? But the respect, I would say we're on par. I mean, he obviously has more respect in the boxing circles. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. But in terms of respect as a man, I would say we're pretty similar. You know what I mean? And when you get someone to speak out like Derek James about a Kenny Porter, that's the truth. When you get someone like me to speak out about a Kenny Porter, you know the truth. It has to be real. You know, so it is what it is, man. And at the end of the day, Earl Spence is going to beat the fatigue out of Shawn Porter because he was never properly prepared to beat Earl Spence. Never properly prepared to. He was probably prepared to be a fighter, but he wasn't properly prepared to beat Earl Spence. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? It's just no way. You know, Earl is going to have fun in that ring Saturday night. This is going to be similar, not Arturo Gotti bad, but because of Shawn's tenacity and his willingness to keep on coming forward. You ever heard that dog howl 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning when there's no cars in the street and you got that stray dog? That's what Shawn going to sound like in the ring. Not out of disrespect, because I know who Earl Spence is. And I know who Shawn Porter is in the ring. People talk about Shawn Porter's pressure. You've never factored in Earl Spence pressure. Earl Spence comes forward. Earl, that was a shock. He boxed Mikey Garcia. And he did that for an ego. He did that for ego, obviously. Why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? It's all life. Be proud. Have an ego. Stand tall. Stand firm. Be a nigga. Be a man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you want to be trained properly and not be disrespected on national TV in front of millions because your dad wants to run the show because they call him the boss, why would you, think about this for a second. I don't mind the name, but when you are Shawn, you take all the punches, you run all the miles, and yet some man has the right to disrespect you on national TV? Why couldn't he do that in another session? Why couldn't he understand that, hey, grandma's coming over, kids. We got to be on our best behavior. We got company. Don't play in the living room. All right, go play outside or in the back room. We got to keep the house clean. It's Thanksgiving. Okay, the family's coming over tomorrow. Be on your best behavior. When I was a school teacher, I pleaded with my kids. Come on, man. Don't kill the substitute teacher, please. Come on, kill me when I come back the following day, please. You know what I mean? Give me all the trouble. But that substitute teacher is just here for legal purposes. They don't give two smacks about y'all. That's what I would tell my kids. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, Saturday night, the truth will turn into the showstopper. And Shawn Porter will go from showtime to local time. Because he's going to be fighting in casinos and small venues. And this all could have been different if he would have taken the lead. If he would have accepted. He takes all the punches. He blocks all the punches. He runs all the miles. He cuts all the weight. He never came down to it. And this is the truth. Nothing personal now. This is just the reality that's going to happen. This is just the truth. This is just the albeit truth. I'm not finding joy in this. You understand? I'm not finding joy in this because at the end of the day, it's still repercussions to him. Shawn has a family. You know what I mean? He has a child that he has to raise. And I've seen him around his son. So I'm not saying it from that perspective. I'm saying it from this perspective. Shawn should have taken the lead years ago. You know what I mean? He allowed his father to dictate terms. I ain't going to even lie. I sat there and I said, what if that was Lincoln? and I embarrassed him on national TV like this. I don't give a fuck if he's a professional fighter. I'm not going to embarrass him on national TV. Keep in mind, you got PETA watching, you got Republican watching, you got Democrats watching, you got the Green Party watching, you got anti-Trump rally, you got pacifists watching, you got non-violent people watching, you got school teachers of America watching. You got so many people watching those scenes. Do you think you turned them off or turned them on? It's about brand building. It's not about I'm right, you're wrong, follow my directions. It's not. That's the truth. And I'm not going to tell people how to raise their kids. I'm talking about building a brand in boxing. There's no way I would do this to my pupil, to my talent, who pays me on national TV. That all rhymed. There's no way I would do it. What they do behind doors as father-son, that's on them. It worked. He's a 2-time world champion. But in terms of building brands in America, they did this shit all wrong. They did this. They called Fight Hype over. They called Fight Hype over to call Earl Spence jealous. Right? Kenny went and bullied him and Papa Doze and said he's not and then said he's not intelligent. Then called him a weight bully. But Shawn started his career at a higher weight, 168. Earl started at 154. And consistently lies and said he coached him in the Kell Brook fight every round. I mean, that's just insane, man. So anyways, man, but to top it all off, shout out to Ticket TV, man. Shout out to all the subscribers in the comment section, because Kenny Porter went from Kangos to hair paint or shoe polish to a baldy Savalas. Y'all did y'all job, man. Y'all did y'all job. He is now a 50-something happy-year-old man now, or whatever. I don't know how old he is, but you know what I mean? So, anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. Shawn Porter, if you want to be trained, if you want the last 4 years of your career to have some type of substance and from a boxing standpoint, I don't give a fuck what y'all do as a father and son. Keep in mind, I'm not talking about the relationship between the father and son. That works. He got him to this point. But as a businessman, you got to be in charge. I know every penny that goes, millions of dollars go through my hands every year. Every year, millions of dollars go through my hands. Well, bank transfers. I don't touch money anymore. Bank transfers and this and that. I know every penny. I know what all my accounts look like. Every account. I pay my quarterly taxes. I look at the electricity bill. I see the automatic deposits. That's another thing too. Don't ever put your utilities on automatic debit, because Department of Water and Power just raise rates and they misread meters all the time. Okay? And when you have multiple buildings like me, they can get you. So I put none of that shit, the water, the electricity, all that shit does not go on automatic reading. Does automatic payment, excuse me. I look at it all. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, you got to take charge. Just think, if I just let someone, you know what? I just spent $1,000 here, $10,000 here. I never looked at my account. I don't know if he does it, but I'm just saying. I remember back in the day when he was allotted a amount of money, and Shawn was only allowed to touch a certain amount of money. You know, he said that in multiple interviews. I'm not picking on it one interview, but in multiple interviews, Kenny said that he gives him a certain amount of money, and he gives him money for later in his career and this and that, and you know what I mean. So, anyways, man. I'm not the perfect guy, but I know what every mortgage looks like. I know how much money I'm getting in, how much money I'm bringing in on every building. I know the taxes on every building. I know what the around the water bill is. You understand? Well, it's water and power out here, DWP. So it's all one bill. My external lighting and the water is all one bill. And I know what it costs for materials. When my handyman goes and gets materials, I've corrected them all the time. What is this on the receipt? You know what I mean? Sometimes they have odd jobs and they try and put it on. They got a job on a Saturday. You know what I mean? They may get some supplies, because I got to run and do other things, take Lincoln up, pick him up from school. Why not? It doesn't happen anymore. But when you hire someone new, you know what I mean? So anyways, you guys get what I'm saying. So, so that's the truth. And September 29th, Shawn's going to wake up and realize, battered and bruised, wake up and realize he did this shit all wrong from a business standpoint. He should have been in control of his career. He should have been the one talking. Kenny should have been the one waiting to be asked the question. And this is the truth. This is the truth. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? The respect in the boxing world ain't there. You don't see people hanging around wanting to hang around Kenny Porter. You don't see now people not wanting. Look, you don't see people hanging out and wanting to get Shawn Porter's autograph. You don't see that. There won't be 1,000 people in the arena rooting for Shawn Porter. They'll be rooting. They'll have an under. If the fight is close, early rounds, the fans will be rooting for the underdog, and that's just human nature. But in terms of being a Shawn Porter fan, nah. Man, let's keep it real. I'm going to have more fans and more people spending their hard-earned money, their hard-earned time at building communities through boxing. The LDBC in my channel will have more people there than people in the Staples Center inherently from the heart rooting for Shawn Porter. You have underdog fans in every stadium. You see it in March Madness every year. So anyways, man, I got to get ready for my show. 10 o'clock, we going live in a few minutes, and we're just going to have a great time tonight. And it's lit, y'all. It's lit. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Shawn. This ain't no jab at you, Shawn. And you know what? I've been very conscientious of when I was doing the disrespectful Kenny Porter videos or jabbing back at Kenny Porter. I was very conscientious of not disrespecting Shawn. And because I'm talking about Kenny, sometimes, not all the time, he gets the collateral damage. But think about this. Think about this, Shawn, from the big picture. Yeah. I'm jabbing at you, Shawn. How much money is it costing you outside of me? How much money is it costing you from the business? He's costing you millions of dollars. I'm going to prove it to you. He's your manager, right? Why couldn't you negotiate a rematch clause? You're a world champion. The most prestigious belt in boxing. You have no rematch clause. Even if you don't fight again, the business of boxing pays you not to take the rematch. So Errol Spence can move on. But you have that in legal terms. That's your manager now. You know, I mean, why wasn't you at the Cleveland Browns home game and Earl Spence is at the Dallas game? That's your manager. Why are you traveling from Nevada, Baltimore, LA, Vegas, then back to LA? Changing time zones in the camp of your life? I would never change time zones in the camp. Period. I'm only being honest. I'm just saying from a business standpoint. You know what I mean? And what we saw on TV, from a manager standpoint, why would I go spar David Benavidez when I can't even look out that window? I can't even look at a cheeseburger. I can't even look at a right-hander. I can't even look at a guy that big, that tall. I need this guy to be 5'9" in the left-handed, 5'10" in the left-handed. That's all I need to see for the next 8 weeks. I don't need to think about nothing else. Bad enough, I have my wife at home and my kids at home. They can't see me. I can't pick them up from school. I can't do normal things. I'm cutting this weight. I'm making this sacrifice. I'm running 20 miles a week. This is the truth. So many blunders in this camp. And to top it off, Shawn, don't you know when you lose this fight, that Fox shit is going to be a meme? Don't you know somebody's going to make a meme out of that? If Earl Spence knocks you out, combined with that Fox stuff, that's going to be a meme. It's going to do millions and millions and millions of views. I'm only being honest. Somebody going to do it. I'm not going to do it. But somebody going to do it. Similar to Keith Thurman when they said, Manny Pacquiao got them little arms. Next thing you know, knocking them out. That corner is going to implode. Shawn knows he goes from making $1 million. Just think, if Earl Spence wins this fight, he goes from making the millions of dollars he's making in this fight to $400,000 a fight. Instantly. Just like that. You know why? Because no one came to see him. No matter the weather. The Green Bay Packers still sell out. Seattle Seahawks still sell out. Same temperature. If Earl Spence was fighting that night, Triple G fought in a sold-out 50-degree arena. I saw it, Mom. I was there. No lie. So I said all that to say, you reap what you sow. All right? You build your house on land, you have a strong foundation. You build your house on sand, it's going to get blown down. It's going to huff and puff and blow your house down. Y'all heard the Three Little Pigs. So this is the truth. No shade at Kenny Porter. This ain't no shade on Kenny Porter. This is just Derek James opening up the closet. Looking behind the door. I need to go watch the movies. And this is just the truth. This is the stone cold truth. Shawn's career has been all about Kenny Porter. All about Kenny Porter. All about the Kenny Porter show. And his next paycheck in boxing, if he loses this fight, he's going to see the vast difference. I know how much they make. I know how much every fighter makes. I can find that out in a heartbeat. It's no secret. But I don't. I don't call, hey, how much this... I've never done it in my life. But I can find out. Boxing is a small world. So at the end of the day, man, Shawn is fighting for his life, his boxing life Saturday night. And you said headbutts? Oh, he's going to be so anxious. But he's fighting a guy who's mastered distance and timing. Whew. Did y'all hear what I said? That was so deep and so profound. Whatever he knows in sports. He's fighting a guy who's mastered distance and timing. There's nothing Shawn Porter can do, y'all. All this is fake confidence. Kenny Porter has built this up into Shawn to make him believe that he can beat him, when in actuality he can't. And this is the truth. So the showstopper is walking into the ring Saturday night, and he will beat up Shawn Porter. I don't miss fights, y'all. Listen, I picked Shawn Porter. I won $900 something on go watch my videos. I won $959, if I'm not mistaken. See, this is how exact I am. Go back and watch my old videos. 959 or 995, one of the two. This is how exact I am on my money as it relates to knowing every dime and every dollar. I picked Shawn Porter to beat Danny Garcia by a hair, by an inch. Go watch my videos. Tell him. So this ain't no ego. This ain't no ego trip. So anyways, man. Barbershop Conversations, man. You guys have a great day. Have a great night. We're about to go live in 39 minutes. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Talk to you soon. Peace.